All right, my fellow nerds. What's up, guys? Hope you're doing well, and welcome back to the battlefield. Today, we are playing NTW3. It's a mod for Napoleon Total War, and we've got an historic battle today. So it is the battle. And guys, if you speak Spanish, please forgive my pronunciation here. You might want to cover your ears. But this is the Battle of Fuentes De Onoro. That's the best I can do. It was a fight in the Peninsular War. It took place on the 3rd to 5th of May, 1811. So the anniversary of the battle is coming up fairly soon. Soonish, couple months, a little less. But yeah, it's a fight between the United Kingdom / Portugal versus the French Empire. The numbers were fairly even. I would say that the French had a bit more infantry and cav, but the British had guns, like big guns, where the French did not. This was, and also they had Lord Wellington. The British had Lord Wellington, and the French had Marshal Messina. I think I'm pronouncing that one right. Not Napoleon, not Napoleon. So it's not a fair fight. But anyways, let's jump into this one because we do have a little bit of rules here, and it looks like this one's about to pop off over on the far flank. Here's the rules. This town in the center, the Fuentes town, this must be fought for, okay? This must be fought for. So you have to completely control this town. If one side has one unit and the other side has a unit in the town, it's a draw. So it's about complete control of this town. If you prevent any of the enemy units from getting inside here, you win. So it's going to be an absolute bloodbath for this fight. That's pretty much it. The only other rule is that the armies here on the far flank have to fight each other completely before they can send over reinforcements over to the main city. So again, another bloodbath is going to happen here. And you can see the British. See, what exactly do we have here? Yes, this is Wellington. He's got, again, a combination of, I think, Portuguese and British forces. Oh, here comes a cav charge from the French. From the French, they're charging in with these beautiful blue uniforms. They're slashing and dicing, but they do not break these runaways. So, what is this, like a light infantry? They can form square, and unfortunately, the French are not able to break that unit. I can imagine he was fully expecting of breaking them. And now the French infantry are charging forward to try to bottleneck the British before too many troops cross the bridge and it gets out of hand. So this is a smart play by the French. I like the aggressive play. Even though the cav play didn't work out, it did slow down the advancement of the British forces, British / Portuguese. When I say British, I mean both Portuguese. I don't want to leave out my Portuguese brothers. I love my Portuguese viewers. They're very base, they're very epic. But when I refer to the British, just also keep in mind, I also mean the Portuguese as well. I guess I could just say coalition, the coalition. But yeah, this is a good start for the French here. They really got the British off guard, but the British do have the artillery. Let's not forget about that. And this artillery, with this unit breaking, it's going to create a window. Oh yeah, they're like, yeah, let's line it up. I was going to do a French accent there. I was like, wait a second. No, this is the British. Ah! I think these are actually Portuguese. I'm not going to do a Portuguese accent, that's for sure. That's not something I worked on, so we'll just stick with the British accent. Anyways, they're firing, and this is going to be a major problem for the French. And sure enough, the French... Oh, no, the French have some artillery. Okay, the French have some artillery to counter it. Oh, but they're going for the back lines. You can see them firing back here. I think they're actually going for this artillery over here. Another Portuguese artillery crew. The gun, yep. The French are going for a charge here. No surprise. They're going to try to bob and weave and try to sneak on past the infantry to get to this artillery. They do it. but they break before they can break the enemy artillery. I think they did enough damage to where the cav can no longer limber up, so this artillery is kind of stuck here in place, but let me... Oh, they broke. They broke! Oh, there's some cav back here still fighting. Look at this. This guy's gonna die. His entire unit has broken. What is he doing? He's a madman. He's like, yeah, yeah, okay. He's playing dead. He trained as... Literally nothing hit him. Nothing hit him. And if it was a bullet, how did it kill his horse too? I mean, come on. He's playing dead right now. We are all on to him. Anyways, this is a great fight. Great fight for the French. They are dominating. I think the British got a little too greedy here trying to cross the bridge, and this is a smart play by the British as well. They're just accepting their losses, and they're gonna fall back and reorganize and replan this strategy, because rushing across this bridge against a French army that is fairly prepared has been kind of disastrous for them. Let's head back over to the center-ish, where we are also getting some French units appearing. So we got some cav here. We got some artillery set up, already unlimbered, ready to fire. You're going to see some, yep, invisible cannons firing. And they are trying to pepper down this cav. Portuguese cav. They're going to go ahead and retreat them out of there because, yeah, they lost 2 men. You know, that's 2 sons, 2 brothers, 2 fathers, you know, gone. But it's only 2 men. Could have been worse. Could have been 5. Could have been 3. 3's worse than 2. Let's head back over to this side again, because this is where most of the fighting is happening here. The French are actually falling back here a bit. I think they're getting picked off by these excellent rifles, these Jaegers of the British here with the green coats. Fantastic range, and they're definitely doing some damage, and it is quite annoying if you're a French infantryman and you need to fall back. Please stop shooting at us is probably what they're thinking. But I guess in French it'd be s'il vous plaît, arrête, tirez-moi. I don't know, that's the best I got. All right, good firing, from the from and more units are breaking, and the British are completely having to fall back. And notice, I think they're going with an entirely different plan. And what is that plan? Delay. They're trying to delay because they're losing this fight majorly. They got to reorganize their units, and by delaying, even if they lose the battle, it prevents reinforcements from heading over to the town. So, you know, because remember, the rule is that they have to utterly defeat each other before they can send over reinforcements. So the British seem to be just going with the delay strategy, but it's also a smart strategy because you never know. They could turn it around. We'll keep up with that battle. Let's just see how this is playing out over on this side. So the British / Portuguese, the coalition, has definitely gained control of this town. I love the stone walls. Apparently the stone walls do work. They do block some shots, so good to know. That's what people said in the comments. I'm just trusting them. I don't know for sure. I haven't tested it out myself. But we got some Germans. Hey, we got some Germans here. King's German Legion, first foot. So let's not forget about our epic German brothers who are also taking part in this battle. Represented, you know, with the King German Legion, seeking revenge on the French. You know, fleeing their homes and joining the British Army so they can seek revenge. Pretty epic indeed. So let's head down this way. So this is all the way on the other flank, and they are having a little bit of a fight here. Some cav doing some scouting, it looks like. What are these? These are dragoons by the look of their uniforms. But yeah, they're kind of looking around. They're like, hey, you're getting a little too close. So they're getting shot at, so they're going to step back, and I think they saw what they wanted to see. And if they didn't, they saw enough because they're getting some lead right now, and they don't appreciate it. The British, of course, have some King German Legion 1st Hussars here ready to defend the flank. I assume to counter those dragoons if he does decide to charge. This unit can form square here, so keep that in mind. This is the runaway unit. So very cool. We'll see what happens there. The big fight is going to be here, right? I mean, this is where things are going to get spicy. We've got the French now sending up some voltigeurs. I don't know how to say it, but some light unit. I'm not even sure. It could be the other unit as well. But yeah, they're going to just step forward and try to pick off the British. This is going to be a tough strategy for the French. I honestly think if I was in the French shoes right here, I would actually focus on around the city. You know, these tough defensive positions, attacking them head on is, well, it's exactly what the enemy wants you to do, right? So if you're in this situation, say you're the French player here, attacking this force, you're playing into the hands of the enemy. They want you to hit you with brute head-on force because that plays in their advantage. I think as the French here, you should obviously keep a force here to keep the British honest. You know, you don't want to leave this so weak that the British push out and attack you. But I think they should probably look at all these columns here. They probably want to wrap around a little bit on this side. Maybe send a couple columns of infantry over to this side and start winning on the flanks. That way, if you do actually push the British back, you can encircle this city, which basically is a siege at that point, and you starve them out. Metaphorically, you hit them from all sides to the point where they don't have any safe areas. They have nowhere to go, and they just are at your mercy. Let's head back over to this way. Whoa! Okay. I saw a bunch of breaking units, and the French blobbed up, and I was like, oh my gosh, the French are losing. No, they're just crossing the bridge. It was a little deceit there. It was a little... The game is lying to me. So, yeah, he's pushing up infantry, and I think he's got them hustling right now because there's a hill that he wants to climb, and he doesn't want an uphill battle, literally an uphill battle, you know, metaphorically and literally. Honestly, this is an uphill battle for the British, even though they're, you know, on the uphill, you know what I mean? But besides the point, the French are pushing forward, and they are pushing aggressively. These troops are going to be a little tired for the quick rushing movements, but they're part of the French Empire. They're used to fast movements like this, so hopefully they've been doing their cardio. So yeah, they're moving up, and they're even pushing this unit around, and the British seem to be okay with it. They seem to be like, okay, I like this. We're gonna go ahead and move up as well, form some lines, and begin the bombardment. And this is nice because the British are gonna have the edge here in terms of first fired, right? They're gonna be set up before the French, I think. Let's see. Oh no, the French get off the first volley. My goodness. The British decided to move there for a second. And let's go ahead and just watch the French lines just tear into those redcoats, those lobsters. But the lobsters, they'll snap back with their claws. And they're going to put some hate down. Look at this beautiful line. The smoke on the battlefield. Oh, man, that is quite the sight right there. Quite the sight. Look at that. That's cool. So a nice little brawl going on. The French still in a good position here. We've got reinforcements rushing forward. We got some units already stationed, ready to fire. It looks like the British were able to get a shot off a little bit sooner. Wow, look at these beautiful British lines. Oh, man, a lot of these guys got hit in the shin. You saw the blood splatter from their shins. But look at this. Oh, my goodness. This is when you cue in the cringy British lad that goes, "The sun never set on the British Empire." Oh, the officer is now down. So there you go, guys. A brutal exchange of gunfire. The regiment losing their captain there. That is tragic for them. Let's head around the other battlefield. Things are progressing much slower here, which makes sense. It's a little bit more tricky on this side of the battlefield. You know, they're just kind of feeling out each other's. Well, that sounds weird, but they're dipping their toes in the water and trying to see some weak spots in the enemy. But this fight is ferocious because they kind of have to finish it quick. You know, they want to get done with this fight so they can send over reinforcements. But let's go ahead and get some close-ups here of the French Empire with their cool mixed matching uniforms. Some of them's got like a little bit of a winterized uniform, I think. Maybe not. I don't know. These coats look like they're for winter. But yeah, they look great. Love this mod because it just brings so much life to the Napoleonic era. There's the officer firing blanks. Uh-oh. Here comes a charge from the Highlanders. They're like, I've had enough of this, laddie. That is a terrible Scottish accent, and I promise you I'll never do that again. But nice little charge by the Highland foot. They're gonna, let's watch this French officer. Look at him. He's like, I am not afraid of no Scottish dog. I will fight you. Oh, he smelled. Just me more. There you go. He's dead. The French officer. And they're like, that's for killing our officer earlier. Yeah. So this is some ferocious fighting. In the Highland foot, you don't want to really exchange bayonets with them because in most cases, in even fights, they will win. Even in times when they're outnumbered or outgunned, they can pull out a victory. Here comes some Cav support. The French are like, how dare you charge our lines? So they're going to send up some Cav and try to slow down this aggressive approach by the British. Whoa! The flying Frenchman. Look at that. So can these guys, they can form square, but it's too late. And they are going to break them, it looks like. They're on, yeah, they broke them. A great counter charge by the French Empire. And bayonets are just slicing and dicing. We got sabers swinging down from their high horse. Now we do have a square formation nearby trying to support them. But they break square. And now the British, that was a ballsy play. They did break a couple units, but I think in the long run, this just sped up their defeat. Ooh, this French line's getting chewed up, though. And here comes the French Cav. They should probably fall back. Yeah, they are falling back. They did what they needed to do, break the Highland foot. That is no easy task, but it was a well-timed charge. Now we've got French artillery in the front lines, and this could be disaster. Now, this artillery is in danger range. They can get picked off. But they need to reload fast. They got infantry supporting them. Oh, baby! What a shot that was. This has been a gruesome fight over. Oh, another one right there. And the British fire back. This has been an absolute bloodbath of a fight. A bloodbath of a fight. Oh! While they're running, getting grape shot in the back. That is brutal. And the British, they're taking some losses here. The French are taking losses too, and their artillery's actually on the verge of breaking. But I think they're starting to find their courage after seeing multiple British lines break. Oh, baby, that's a triple right there. Mom, get the camera. This is some cringy commentary. But yeah, really good shots with the artillery. Really good stuff. And you can see, oh, the British are breaking. Hey, guys, you're breaking the wrong way. It's like, take us prisoners. Take us prisoners. It's actually doing a favor for the British because they're going to get in the way of these shots. And, oh. So yeah, this definitely looks like a French victory on this side. Now let's go back over here again. Are things picking up? Yeah, I think the British are actually getting pretty aggressive here. Something I didn't expect because the British control that Victory town, right? So why get aggressive? But maybe he sees something that he likes. Maybe he sees a weakness, a soft spot in their deployment. I don't know. But the British are going for an aggressive play, which I always appreciate. Even from Lord Duke Wellington, who is known for his defensive tactics, seeing him on the offense is always appreciated. It's charming. Very charming, Duke. Very charming. Duke. He's got that hook nose. He's got that Roman nose, as some say. I got the same kind of nose, so how about that? I'm basically Duke of Wellington. I'm basically him. Literally, when I see Duke of Wellington, I go, literally me. That's literally me. Anyways, the British are getting crushed. They are getting absolutely crushed, and this is going to be devastating. And maybe this is a little bit of an indication of why, all the way on the other side of the battlefield, the British are getting aggressive, because they know they're in trouble, because their ally has, well, to say it frankly, has been dominated. Absolutely dominated. The British did not play this well. The French played this perfectly well. You know, I think the biggest mistake that the British did here was the fact that they tried to cross this bridge. The French were ready for it. They deployed a little bit closer, and they had troops ready to go, and they did a lot of damage. They took out some artillery, and the British could just not recover. I like the aggressive spirit by the British with the Highland foot. You can see the carnage. Look at that. The carnage from that Highland foot charge. Look at, get a zoom in on that. See the kilts, but don't look too closely. They are kilts, and they're all disarrayed, so gotta keep this a PG-13, you know what I mean? Anyways, let's head back over this way. They're cleaning up the British, and so the French are going to be free to send over reinforcements over to the city. So they're going to actually be able to attack the rear of the Fuentes De Onoro or whatever. They're going to be free to attack it. The French playing this smart. I think the French are falling back here. They're falling back. They're disengaging because they don't need to fight. And now the British are pulling back because they have to send over reinforcements to deal with the victorious French that are soon going to be pushing in on this city. Meanwhile, the French are doing exactly what they need to do here, having a little bit of an artillery battle. This is going to be pretty crucial here, whoever wins this, because artillery in a defensive type battle is going to be huge. So we'll see which artillery can come out on top. But it seems like we're going to have a little bit of a slow moment in the battle as armies reorganize and defenders reorganize. So I'm going to probably do a little edit here and start it back up once the battle gets spicy. All right, guys, we're back. Things are picking up here. The French are now attacking the main center. So they are beginning their assault on the town. When I say assault, I mean they're really going for it. They've got 2 units of infantry that are danger close to their defenses. And I like this. I think the French are playing this very, very well because they are, well, they're seeing a weakness. They're seeing British units being pulled back from the town. So to prevent this French army from being overwhelmed, oh, British artillery is breaking, guys. Another win for the French. This is crazy. This is crazy. So, just to keep a little reminder, we've got 42 minutes left in the battle. 42 minutes, and so that's a lot of time. But in these NTW3 battles, they're slow, so 43 minutes can go by pretty quick. But the artillery is free to destroy the buildings in here. You don't have to preserve them. You can totally wreck the town, which the French are probably going to do. And you can see that the French have kind of pulled back here a little bit. And the British are also pulling back over here, so it'll be interesting to see what the French army does here. Honestly, I think they should pursue. I think they should either link up with their ally in the center or just go straight forward and try to lock some of these British units down so they don't send too many reinforcements over to this other side. Because what you don't want, so this is a delicate situation for the French, right? What you don't want to do here is to get your armies destroyed piecemeal. So, for example, if he just rushed really aggressively in the center, all the British infantry units are nearby to support each other. The French, not the case. The French are divided by long distances, right? Long open field. So, again, if the French went in really hard and attacked over here by themselves while this army didn't help out or didn't put pressure on this side, you're going to be... So, it's much more challenging to have a cohesive attack here for the French, and they got to make sure they're on the same page. And look at that. Oh yeah, they are not letting up with the artillery. The artillery here is just shelling the hell out of this building. Look at this. It's at 92%. This unit needs to get out. They need to evacuate this building. There they go. It's about to collapse. They should get their unit out. It just depends on how quick the French artillery can reload. 92%. Ooh, they did not take it. Oh, no! No! Oh, that was devastating. I honestly thought they were going to get out there. But look at that. It turns into rubble. The fires are burning. Man, this is a beautiful game. One of the best, in terms of battles, one of the best Total Wars. I know Napoleon Total Wars campaign was fairly shallow and lackluster, but the battle mechanics are pretty awesome. It would be cool to see like an Empire 2, something with guns, or even a Napoleon, like, you know, or even like a Victorian American Civil War, baby. We need more America in Total War, dang it. But here comes more French infantry, so they're really bringing the heat. Now that they just took out that building, they destroyed that unit, they could definitely put some pressure on these lobsters over here, defending the town. You can see the officer, Ginger officer, or excuse me, Ginger officer, and actually that's the flag bearer. Is the flag bearer? Look how majestic this dude is looking. Holy crap! Look at him. Look at him. And then the officer looks like a turncoat. If anything, he should be eating baguettes with that mustache. He's like, oh, I have joined the lobster. He's like a base, like Catholic, you know, anti, I don't know, secular humanist movement of the French Revolution. So like, I will join the British. I don't know. It's not unheard of. I'm sure there was some French soldiers on the British Army. I mean, why not? You know, anything's possible. I'm sure someone will school me in the comments. So yeah, they're opening fire, laying down some shots. Not really hitting much. I mean, honestly, from this angle, this big building's in the way. But that's also true for the French. That's also true for the French. Here comes 3 more units lining up with these 3. So they're really going to put down the firepower. Oh, hold on, hold on. We got a little action over here. This is the victorious French that won their initial engagement. And not only won, but dominated. Again, this is going to be a major problem for the British. And at this point, the British, they got to play super defensive and hope that they can just take out a lot of Frenchmen. This is such an epic... Guys, look at this. This is such an epic little spot. You got ruins here and stone walls. It just makes for a natural little fort defense. And of course, the British are using that defense here. Let's get a nice look on them as they fire into the line. Oh, we've got another Ginger holding the flag. Ginger holding the flag. We've got the trumpet guy. He looks like he's just really thirsty and he's taking drinks of water. Because I don't hear a trumpet. Do you hear a trumpet? Maybe this is the other flag bearer's twin brother or something. And he's like really hoping that his brother's still alive. You want to see if his brother's still alive? Let's find out. Is his brother alive? Uh-oh. Wait, no, that's not the unit. Okay, wait, where's the unit? Where is it? Oh, it's this one here. Oh no! His brother's dead! There he is! Hold on, we can see him from a... Yeah. Oh, there's that ginger mustache. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Tragedy. He doesn't know the news yet. But dang it, his brother's down. Let's go back to... Look, he's fighting his heart out. Like, he has no idea that his brother was just taken out. He's thinking, oh man, I wish we can... I can't wait to have fish and chips. I don't know. Fish and chips with my brother. Fish and chips. I don't know. I'm giving like a Mexican accent or something. Anyways, yeah, that's a fun story. We'll see if he survives the battle. But this is the 52nd Oxfordshire Lightfoot, the Light Bobs. And if they no longer have a flag, that means he's dead as well. And look, flags go quick. There's no flag here. There's no flag there. So this is a ferocious fight here. I'm sure this is very unsettling. Oh, here comes a cav charge. They're going for the artillery, but there's no way. There's like no way. There's no way they're going to charge that. Yeah. The infantry blasted that cav. Good move by the British. The British are going to unlimber this and get some supportive fire on the infantry that's not even attacking yet, but just kind of waiting for their call. The call of duty. Call of duty. Oh, hey, look at this. There's some exciting plays going on here as well. The French, this is going to be the, I guess this would be the British right flank, the French left flank. They are moving forward, and they are going to try to pin down the British here. They're going to try, but the British are just constantly shuffling their feet, trying to move over to the other side and, yeah, support the cause. So, yeah, the French can't get too aggressive here, guys. They cannot get too aggressive. By the way, look at this. The flag is still up. He's still up. This, you know, he's got to go home. His brother was taken out. His brother was taken out. Dang it. His mom at home. I mean, she can't lose both her sons. She cannot lose both her sons. I'm counting. I'm rooting for this unit. I am rooting for them. Look at him standing tall. He still has no idea that his brother's dead. No! No! He's dead. He just got hit. Oh, what a tragedy. War is hell. War is hell. Oh, damn. Well, that sucks. I was rooting for him, but it was nice that we saw him die. I mean, it sucks to see him die, but at least we saw it happen, right? So, yeah, artillery, 6-pounder horse artillery firing down. Oh, yeah. Just obliterating these French units. This is a solid defense by the coalition as they are really making the French work here. The French got to call it quits here. Yes, fall back. You're not going to win this. Even though he's got a lot of units here, he's not going to win this. Maybe he's just going to fall back a little bit to create some distance between him and the artillery. That might be the case. But I think he should fall back and wait until his allies are putting more pressure in the town. But you can see the town isn't even that well defended. I mean, there's a lot here and here, but relative to the other parts of the battlefield, this main victory town, remember, you control the town, it's yours. You win the day when the timer goes 0-0. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I think he's just playing I think the British are playing the long game. I think they're more concerned about this French force here, which, yeah, I get it. There's a lot of units ready to go in. So if anything, I'd get these guys moved up. Is there artillery? No, I don't see artillery, but it's a delicate situation. Look, they're closing in on all sides. The French are closing in on all freaking sides, guys. Freaking sides. They're going in. And there we go. We're going to have a ferocious line battle. Let's check this out. Ferocious battle right here. Let's see them open up those guns. Come on. Bah! They do it so quickly, too. They're not like, all right, ready, aim. You know, they're just like, they're standing there, like, at ease, and then all of a sudden, bah, bah, got him. So they're opening fire, and they're doing some good damage to these guys. This is going to be a tough fight. The British are going to really have to lay down the lives here. They're going to lay down their lives because they have to. If they don't, there's a very good risk of the city being taken over and taken control by the French. Great fight, though, so far. Fantastic fight. Oh, man, look at this battlefield all sprawled out here. Look at this long battle lines. We've got some French cav making some moves here. I think he's going to go for the artillery. But there's some British artillery nearby. The King's German Legion. They're like, Scheiße, this is, okay, I'm not going to do a German accent, but this is a good opportunity to kill some French. That's what they're thinking, guys. Wie alt bist du? Wie geht's? Meinen Freunden? I don't know. I took German in high school, and I wie alt bist du and wie geht's. It's maybe Hallo, auf Wiedersehen. Yeah, that's about all I remember. Here comes the charge, and they are looking for a weakness in the French lines. They have to get aggressive like this. I love to see this. The Hussars, they're fast moving. They're swift with their sabers. And they're trying to create chaos. Chaos in the French lines because they demand it. They need it. Smoke and dust just flying around. And the French, oh my gosh. The French are closing in. Look at this. They're like, I do not care. Our units are breaking. I do not care. I will charge. They are charging forward. They don't care about their, I guess, right flank. I think they should hold on. Oh, maybe not. These Hussars are just absolute blood suckers right here. They're bloodthirsty, and they're sipping up on some French blood. Tastes like wine and baguettes. So they're getting some good charges there. They're doing some good damage. Now we got infantry. They want to give a little huzzah to the British. But the British fall back. They're breaking. They're breaking. Now they're hopping the wall. They're going to charge in and try to silence these British guns and gain control of these ruins. These Spanish ruins. But they should move up more of their infantry and move them up. Like, they're already, okay. Oh, that's a good volley right there. I like that. I like that. The French are going to break here for sure, but that was a good volley. We got some French reserves. You should probably move them up. Now we got some French units charging into the city. Guys, because we're down to 28 minutes left in this battle. 28 minutes. I know if this was like Warhammer or something, that would be like a marathon. But in NTW3, in these hardcore, epic, realistic battles, 28 minutes, it's going to go faster than a fart on a Tuesday. All right, it's going to go fast. All right, one of those farts where you're like trying to squeeze it out, trying to be all silent like, but it's like, you know, like, oh shoot, that wasn't silent, and now everybody's looking at me in the classroom, but it wasn't me. Oof, I wish I could take back that one. That was some cringy commentary. All right, so the French are moving up. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I feel like I've been saying the French are moving up, but they haven't really moved. But they are getting closer to the British here. They've got 5 units, very thick lines, very thick lines. And they're most likely are going to win this engagement unless the British do something here. And notice that they're not really attacking on this side because this artillery has been a pain in their butt. And it's zoning out, oh, the French. Oh, look at these uniforms. I like the green pants. Wow. strutting in style. Retreat, you're about to break. Got more infantry pushing up over on this side. And yeah, the gunfire still intense here. Let's go over to this side where the British are going with a counter charge. The 92nd Highland Foot, the Gordons, charging in, kilts and all. You see, the kilts are what make the Highlanders so good because, one, they get some good airflow, keeps them cool, and they can also roundhouse kick really easily. You guys didn't know that? The roundhouse kicking by the Highlander foot, that's what makes them so effective. But they're gonna they're in a tough battle right here. I think this one, oh, this is the 79th Cameron Highland foot. The Camerons. All right, so they break them back, but they don't want to hang around too long because we got some French line infantry ready to shoot down the British if they are victorious. And guys, it looks like they are going to be victorious here in this engagement. Yep. Oh no, the Highlander falls right when his unit wins. And now we got a very intense fight over in the street here as well. Look at that. So finally, the fight for this town is really starting to get bloody. Over here. Oh no! A massive break of French infantry. Looks like some Swiss infantry's in there as well. They're breaking from the fight. I don't know what happened there. They just must have went in for a charge and it led to disaster. The French have finally decided to move up some... Oh yeah, baby! They got some angry guns here, and they're gonna fire at so many British. They're gonna fire so much, so many guns. And what are you doing here? This is disaster. The French are blobbed up, moving straight forward for some artillery. What are you thinking? This artillery. Let's see. Are they gonna fire? Oh no! Oh, they're doing grape shot, and they are. This is the ultimate French charge right here. There they go. Running through the fencing, it looks like. Are they going to charge in the center too? No, but there's some cav trying to protect the British artillery. You got the Germans coming in, the King German Legion. And they're breaking them back. Oh, goody. More and more of these units breaking. The French still holding the line in the center, but some of them starting to break here a little bit. And it might be because this is disheartening. Oh no, an allied general. Whoa, where's this? Oh no, a British general caught out of position. Oh man, that's nasty. We got two French cav units. They must have snuck all the way around and got the British general while his pants were down, taking a poo. He got him, and now the British lose some leadership. But this is a very intense fight over here. It looks like one that the French are kind of outnumbered on. I mean, just look at the line. Look at this line. You can't really see it. There's too much smoke. So, some good gunfire through the smoke, and it's just too much for the French. This is not good. The French are having to fall back here because they have a light force watching the side. Oh, the British, the coalition. No, this is the French. The French are charging into this line infantry. Why did they fall back? Yeah, you should have just held your ground. If you knew French cav was coming, you should have held your ground.
Glorious victory, sir. It's soon to be yours.
Glorious victory? Not yet. They're charging in. Man, and they formed square right at the last second. What are the French thinking here? And now the French cav trying to get in here to support. They formed square right at the last second as well. The French attack there just crumbles. The French are making some costly mistakes. And guys, look how much infantry is here. Look at the stacks of infantry. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Look at this. Oh my goodness. That is cool. And this unit's looking the other way. They're afraid of the cav. They're watching that cav. Man, what a position here. Imagine being the British here and having to see all these Frenchmen lined up on a hill. It would be intimidating. Very, very intimidating. Let's look at it from their perspective up on this high hill here. So this is kind of what they're seeing. A little less intimidating. In the center, oh my gosh, we got an ocean of red. Poor Highlanders, they just can't get enough. They do not want to let the French take control of this city. Let's see, what is he doing here? He's got the 3rd Scots Foot Guard, the Kitties. I don't know if we can go with that. Let's see, the Old Eyes, 2nd Coldstream Foot Guard, very good unit. And they're going in! I think they smell blood in the French forces. They're charging in. Let's see. Back this way, the French are doing okay here. They're doing pretty decent, but they are starting to run out of troops. But so are the British. And then let's not forget, we got some French cav just wreaking havoc back here. Going after the Germans. The Germans are like, Scheiße! Schnell, schnell, schnell. Schneise, schnell. Let's get out of here. Get some pretzels. Get some beer cheese and pretzels and sausage, whatever the hell, cheese, you know, whatever, you know, all the stuff that Germans. Oh, it crashed. All right, guys. So yeah, we had a little bit of a crash there. I think we're roughly back where we left off. Here's the thing. I am on a new day. So I waited till the next day to get back at this because I had to go somewhere, and the crash, you know, it took me forever, like roughly close to like 40 minutes to get back over to this the point where it crashed. So I might be a little discombobulated a little bit, but I think we're roughly back where we left off, and the British are charging forward across the bridge and facing the many rows of Frenchmen. So we've got 2 strong, actually 3 units. The Highlanders actually breaking first here. And then we've got these other units that are also engaging these French lines. This is not an ideal charge for the British. I don't know why they went with this charge. They had like 2 units in the street here. I don't know why they went for this. They just lost 3 units with the French barely losing anything. Charging is very risky. It can be very beneficial, but it can also be highly risky and could lead to mass casualties if you charge them in a not so ideal situation. We've got another Highland Foot unit kind of forming up here. Look at the carnage of death that this village has already seen, and it's still going. It's still going. So it's going to continue to be a bloodbath over in this main city. Let's head back over to this side. This is also another crucial battle, another bloody battle, as there are many bodies littered all around the ground here, the battlefield. So it looks like the French are making a little bit of a push here, but it's tough to say because the British are using a bit of or the coalition forces are using a bit of a kite defense, where they're just hitting and running. And I forgot to fix my sound here. This happens every time. There we go. Okay, we should be good. So yeah, that should fix the silencers. Guys, turn off the silencers. Take the silencer. Oh! There we go. Nice shots coming in from this artillery right into this unit. Fantastic shots there. Really good hits. And then I think the British are making the coalition's making a push here to actually push back the French. They're moving up some infantry. Let's watch them line up and fire here. The artillery is still shelling their position. The French artillery, that is. Let's see, are they gonna fire? Sometimes it can take a second. There it is. Oh, man, what a mess as the French fall back a little bit. I think they're gonna lean a little bit heavier on their artillery here to continue to keep getting some shots here. We're down to the last roughly 15 minutes of the battle, and it's still a bloodbath here. Let's head back over to this side where the British, what the heck? The British are coming out of the woodwork. They have moved an entire, where did this come from? Oh my gosh, how did I miss this? Maybe because of the crash. I've just, I completely lost track of troop movement. But the British have sent, the coalition has sent a massive force of British and Portuguese going around the French Empire, and the French are gonna have to scramble here to try to protect their rear as the main force continues to try to take control of the city. But yeah, you know, this is pretty bad. This is pretty bad. They're in a tricky situation. There are some British units breaking. Looks like the French charged in some cav. It did break a big chunk of infantry. They do have one unit over here still intact. But the rest of the forces are moving forward. You know, this is a good play, but it's also risky for the British because in the center is weak. The center's already breaking over here. We've got a unit that's near breaking. So it is fairly weak. So I think the French will be able to maintain this. They do have an artillery that quickly turn their guns around and are keeping the coalition forces back. They're going to reload quickly and just keep on harassing this breaking unit. I think they want to get them to completely break. Let's see. Yeah, I think they're already firing at them. Oh, they're trying to move, though. There we go. They've regained their confidence. We got another general, Richard the Lionheart. Talk about a Frenchman. Richard the Lionheart. He is down for the count, I guess. Where is... Oh, his unit's right here. Is this... Oh, was the Duke of Wellington taken out? This kind of looks like him right here, but it says he lost his general. So the French cav has been an absolute heat-seeking missile for these English generals and Portuguese command. They have been just tracking down these generals and assassinating them off the battlefield. And look at this. The French are starting to get a little bit of a stronghold. A little bit of a stronghold of the city. And are actually pushing back the British forces. They are pushing them back. This is really good. So if the British and the coalition, if they want to win this battle, they have to win here. They've got to get these forces in the fight and start raining down carnage on the rear lines of the French. That is their only hope. Now, they got a decent amount of time. We're down to 14 minutes. But all the French have to do now is consolidate their forces and make sure they form a perimeter defense around the city to keep out the coalition out of the town. So really, really good struggle right here. Look at this. They've got plenty of Frenchmen here ready to hold this town. Now, it does look like the British also has the coalition has a decent force here of troops that could make a push into the city. Now, remember the rules of this battle. If any unit is in the city, it's considered a draw. So, okay, let me restate that. If there's a coalition unit and a French unit both inside the city, it is a draw when the timer goes 0. But if one side is able to completely push out the other, then it is a victory, right? So it's going to be important that the French continue to push here and not get complacent, because they need to continue to, put the sword to the throats of their enemies. They cannot let up here. Now, over on this side, I think the French, if we zoom out a little bit, they can slow down here a little bit. Now that they've kind of gained control of the town, I think they just want to keep the British and the Portuguese busy here. They just want to keep them busy, keep them occupied, instead of sending reinforcements to the city. Now, he is closing in. Look at this. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units of line infantry moving forward. I think they're going to cut off these 4 units of coalition forces that are headed down to the city. So let's see if they can set up here. They're going in with thick lines. Look at this. Thick columns firing, where most of the units here are not shooting their guns. It's only the first 4 rows, some of the guys on the side there. And it's definitely going to get more difficult as more units get up here. And yeah, they're going to keep, very nice. They're going to keep these coalition forces busy. The coalition decides to take a defensive stance behind the stone walls. We still have a flag banner carrier here. Seems like all the banner carriers have ginger hair, beard. So yeah, very, very interesting there. I guess that's just like the default. Let me see if there's another. Oh, let's see if this banner carrier. No, he's a brunette. He's got brown hair. Just like me, literally me. But yeah, they're fighting hard. They're breaking this French unit. This unit's now, this actually entire flank is victorious, and now they're shifting more units. I would send forward these French units. Yeah, send them forward and pursue, because they're giving up on this this position here. So move forward, try to get behind the British. We got more French moving in, going through the graveyard of this beautiful old church in Spain here. So they're gonna move up as well and put some gunfire. They're getting dangerously close though. Oh yeah, what are you doing, France? You gotta reorganize there a little bit. But the British have kind of consolidated their forces here. Again, the French need to keep the pressure on them. The British here, the coalition, is still attacking the rear of the French, but, you know, even though, oh, wait, they split their forces up a little bit. Look at this. They've got a little force here, and we got another decent force here, so the French are going to have to deal with this. The French now kind of find themselves in between a rock and a hard place, but they do have the men. They do have the capability of holding off these forces. As long as they play this well, you know, they keep healthy units alive, and they don't let, I don't think there's any cav or artillery left from the British, which is really going to hinder their chances of taking control of this town. We'll see. All it takes is a good sudden charge. And it looked like the British were moving in for a possible bayonet charge. Oh, there's some artillery. There's some British artillery. Okay, that's good to see. And a lot of breaking French here. And the French are actually calling it quits. Why? Because of that artillery. That's a smart move. That's a smart move. So this is a little dicey here for the French. A little dicey because this flank is potentially breaking here. The British could move in and get a flanking fire on the French. And if that happens, if this entire French line crumbles, then it is over for the French. They've got to keep every line intact and alive. And check this out, guys. This is some ferocious fighting. We are down to less than 10 minutes left in this battle, and we are getting some intense line fire battles here. Let's just get a little view from what it looks like from both sides. You got the French closing in. They're actually moving up. Oh no, this unit's breaking. I love when units break the wrong way. It is starting to rain again. Might cause some issues with the powder, as the advisor commonly states. So this weather definitely will create some misfires. But yeah, this is intense fighting, guys. This is a battle of desperation for both sides, right? The British and Portuguese are trying to desperately gain control of this town. And then we have the French, who are desperately trying to maintain the town. And, you know, we're down to the last few minutes. So, yeah, desperate gunfire. Oh, yeah. And they are shredding the French right now. They're breaking this entire flank almost, but they're really putting some holes in it. We've got British closing in. Look at this, guys. No, this is Portuguese closing in, and they're gonna get some nice supportive fire and nice flanking fire all the way from the other side of the river, and that is gonna cause France. I mean, they've got to do something here. They need artillery, they need cav, something to push back the British here, because they're losing this gunfight, and the longer it goes, the more likely they will lose. So they need some kind of, maybe like an airstrike, call in an airstrike or something, you know, a carpet bomb, right? Right down here. Could you imagine? Just, anyways, a great struggle indeed. The French now are really struggling to keep back the British here. They've got to, honestly, it's desperation time. So now, oh, nice shot there. You see the troops fly into the air. Oh, that time it hit the ground and shot over them. But yeah, they need to break a hole in this British force, because they need to support the French who are holding the town. The French are now falling back into the town, just, you know, like tiptoeing through all these corpses that are just decaying right here after a hard-fought battle for this town. And the French are just like, no, we cannot lose the town now. That was a terrible French accent, but you get what I'm saying. They can't lose the town now. This is do or die right here. Come on. Come on, fight. Let's see. Oh, the British. They're closing in because they're down to 6 minutes. And right now, I would say that it's the city's in charge of the French, but only just. I think if this unit just moves in a little bit closer, it'd be considered in the town, right? Oh my gosh, what a back and forth this has been. This started off very much in favor of the French. They had some really crucial moments, taking out an entire army so quickly, but now it is crumbling right before their eyes as the British and Portuguese lay down so much gunfire. Now oh, look at this, the French, they're going out for a desperate bayonet charge. It's not a terrible idea to try to break these units quickly. Look at them desperately fight. The chaos of blue uniforms. There we go. Units are breaking. This unit though falls back. No, they're gonna sit back and fire. The French are gonna continue to push out and engage them. Oh my gosh, they are doing their best to try to defend this town. Wait, where did these French units? Oh, they must have flanked around. I guess they're trying to get on the side of the British, but the British have so many units. The Portuguese, British have so many units. So many units. And now we've got the coalition forces regaining the control of the graveyard or the orchard or whatever the hell this is of this old church. And they are using the stone walls to fire over and start inflicting damage on this French line. The French are going to fire back, but of course that stone wall is going to make it much more challenging for them to get some hits there. Artillery, though, has decided to change directions. They're using grape shot, but it's a little too far for grape shot. So we'll see what happens out of that. Oh my gosh, a bunch of French units breaking, but they also inflict a bunch of damage on the British units. The British units are breaking. The British have to get inside this town, and they're gonna go from below. They're gonna go from this other direction. Again, tiptoeing dead troops of enemies and comrades alike. They're now all dead, no longer enemies. They are, yeah, they're dead. Okay, so yeah, they're pushing forward, and yeah, the British have taken control of the town now. The French are still in it. They've got 2 units over here, but unfortunately for the French, they are mass breaking here, guys. Mass breaking. We've got a couple units pushing out with bayonets. There they go. They're trying to get these guys by surprise, but I don't see these Portuguese breaking today. Yeah, well, maybe the Portuguese might break here. Oh, no, they're going to break with this flanking charge. Uphill flanking charge. It should, yep, there it is. There it is. But yeah, the British have gained control of the town in few minutes. Now we're down to 2 minutes and 30 seconds. They've got to kick out these French units over here. At this point, France should just go full in, try to take over the town, or just try to get as many units in the town as possible. The British need to mobilize here. They've broken all of the French here. They've got to mobilize all these units and converge and push. They've got only 2 minutes here. 2 minutes exactly. The French are sending in some units from here. They're trying to consolidate their forces and maintain any hope of having some units in the town. Minute 53, guys. A minute 53 and counting. Let's hope it doesn't crash. If it crashes here, I'm just calling it quits. Oh my goodness. Here we go. The British charging through the streets. A river of red. Bayonets down. Yes, the coalition. They are charging, going with speed, determination. While their woman is in a time of need. They're going the distance. They're going for speed. She's all alone in a time of need. He's racing and pacing and riding on his horse. Thinking of those, I forgot the rest of the lyrics, but yeah, they are pushing really aggressively, and it does appear that the French, there's no way, let's see, 42 seconds, I mean, they might, oh, they're breaking. We've got Wellington pushing in, or unit from Wellington's corps or whatever, and they got one unit here. It's down to 25 seconds. Can they hold? Their morale's going up. We got 16, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. No, they break. They break, and the town has been claimed, and so we will get a coalition victory. A really, really hard fought there. Hard won fought. The absolute carnage of the town here, and you can see just by the skin of their teeth, by a few seconds, do they grab victory against the French Empire. You can see the results right here and all the players involved. I just want to thank G for sending in this battle replay. He was on the coalition, I believe. He should have been, I think. I can't see the results real time, but this was a great battle, a long battle, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was really fun to kind of fight over one city. It makes it much more bloody and just bayonet intense. But this was a lot of fun, a very back and forth. It started off very well for the French, but unfortunately, they just could not hold the town, and the British and Portuguese rallied. So, yay! The Iberian Peninsula has been saved! All right, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And guys, I'll see you next time on the battlefield.